Hey, what's up, everybody? Good morning. Hey, Paul, Bill, Daryl, Julian. What is good, my friends? We're live and we are ready to rock. The range expanded a little bit yesterday, but really not much. We're still kind of in that general area. Morning, Neil. We got just about a minute here until the market opens. And it is open right now. So let's see if we get a long. We did pop above yesterday's high. Technically, we got a little uptrend. See what that pullback looks like. Not quite expecting it to hold. I mean, we have a very weak gap up. NQ's dropping off. So far holding on ES. We got a nice little bounce off yesterday's high. Come back, get a bullish bar. I'm gonna be all in, baby. Good morning, Michael. Hey, Octopus. Could consider taking this bar, but I don't like how NQ is still dropping off. Making this a little sketchy. Bar didn't trigger anyway. But if Nasdaq starts popping up and we get a higher low, we'll have to take it. Just a crazy divergence this morning. ES in an uptrend and Q in a downtrend. Not what you want to see as far as getting a high probability trade. Morning, Anna. So I think we'll just let this develop here. Wow, there's your drop. That's why it's helpful to watch both markets. All right, so this little downtrend played out here. We're getting the bounce we would expect. Over on NQ, it looks basically like an overshoot. We had this nice little channel working down, and then boom, the bottom just dropped out of this thing. And when that happens, that is often a selling climax. You can expect a steep move in the other direction, which is exactly what is happening here. Here's a double higher low on ES. If this bar turns green, be taking the long. But nope, we closed below the 21. And now we're just kind of going sideways here. Was looking pretty decently clear. Had that nice drop there, but just stalling at this point. And Q, nice bounce up off that overshoot, also stalling. How we doing out there, chat? We staying alive? We staying patient? Yesterday was kind of a day that forced patience. A lot of chop. And today is looking no different. We basically got a big nasty range so far. ES is trying to get over yesterday's high. Nice, you got a little move down here. Already has a breaking new low, and we're basically right at the low of the day, testing it. I don't even really have a bias on what I think is going to happen here. It's just, man, oh man, straight chop so far. does look like, though, there's a lot of market participants. We definitely have a battle going on. So as long as we can get out of this chop here in the next like 30 minutes, we have a pretty good chance of getting some movement today. But very well could be that we just end up in this same range that we've been in for basically a week. We've not left this general price area. So it's got to happen soon. Otherwise, that is probably what we're going to be looking at. Kind of tempting to take a long down here. If we get a really nice bullish bar, I might do that. We're at the range support. Downtrend played out. We could get a failed breakout here. That's a pretty nice bar there. I think I will take a little long. Finding support at the range bottom. We got a nice bullish bar. Chances are pretty high that we pop up. Just taking on one contract. If it doesn't work out, no worries. Not risking a whole lot here. Just need a little pop up. Trying to get back to that EMA at least. I'll probably trail the stop there. Nice, there we go. Could have got out on the scalp. Come on, baby. Give us a nice little push up. I'm watching NQ, and so far it is struggling to get above the 21. And we are toast. But you know what? Now we actually have a push to a new low right there. This was just a double bottom, so not as great. This actually pushed to a new low. I was wishing that was gonna be a green bar, but not quite. All that to say, this still has a chance of working. I'm gonna give her one more chance here. Still just one contract. Very small risk. Nope. Seller's a lot stronger than it appears, and we might actually get a flush down here. Looking to see if there's any sort of wider channel. An NQ as well. Struggling to get above the 21. No real downtrend we can map out though. We're still chopping around. So let's see what we could identify here as far as a downtrend. I think we really have to go from this swing high right here. And if we broke out of the bottom of this range, so if this holds as resistance, it could be a great short. Okay, we got one attempt lower. That's what we need for the second entry short. We just need one more push up here and then a rejection, that breakout area. Okay, here's the second leg of the pullback. and not getting a rejection. NQ not participating as much in this bounce up. It's still got this kind of nasty choppy move lower. It's really hard to even map out what the heck's going on here. This is pretty ugly price action. Good morning, Ron. Morning, Pablo. Ron unfortunately got kicked out of the contest. Well, not kicked out, but hit the drawdown. Was trying to do too much, honestly. Yeah, it's weird. I haven't felt that kind of pressure in a long time. Been used to just doing what I do every day, and the pressure of the competition honestly got to me a little bit. So moving on from that, back to the regularly scheduled program, if you will. Getting after it. Okay, here we go. Look at this bar on ES. Nice bearish bar. Let's see if we can get a lower high. Actually, I might even just take this. We can get a little bit of a push back up. And we'll try it here. Small position again. This isn't a A+ setup or anything. Waiting for a lower high would be ideal. You could take a full position on that. Looking for that low there. Nasdaq is testing its lows right now. We'll start trailing the stop once we hit that low. There we go. Nice little push down. Easy. Easy money, baby. Could keep going, but with this chop, I'm not banking on a big drop right now. And technically speaking, this uptrend, or this downtrend rather, is played out. Move down, break new low. So we may get a bullish correction before we drop again even. So wise to get out there. Got that new low, and now the market's just stalling out. And we unfortunately do not have any scheduled econ releases today that are going to do anything to the market. So no catalysts, basically just holiday trading. We are very likely to just kind of float higher into the year end. There's really not, well, we do have FOMC this month is probably the only thing that could get the market going. I'm trying to remember even when that is. That's next week. So next week is probably the only possible catalyst for the market going into the year end. And we're not completely sure that of what the Fed is going to do. And ES has a nice little lower high there, but trend has already played out, so just got to wait it out. Dennis, any Apex deals coming up? Unfortunately, not right now. I mean, it is 60% off. But yeah, that Black Friday deal was kind of the one to shoot for. We probably won't see another really good sale from them until the new year. I don't know, maybe they'll throw out a surprise Christmas one. We shall see. Wow, super slow price action already. This is not a good sign for today, guys. Not a good sign at all. Still waiting for the bounce here on ES. Again, another lower high. I just can't take it with no downtrend in play. Over on Nasdaq, nothing appearing either. Downtrend also looks done. We're getting just some straight chop. This is brutal, guys. I'm not going to lie to you. Super brutal. Well, if anyone wants to poke the market with a stick, that would be super helpful right now. Tom says it would make absolutely 0 sense for it not to push down from here. That's probably exactly why it won't. The market loves to do stuff that makes 0 sense. Little congestion here, becoming fully apparent, structure fully apparent. Jeez Louise. NQ threatening to drop here. But I'm not even considering Nasdaq. Doesn't even there's no structure you could even trade here. It's completely ugly chop. Yes, at least has like, okay, we had a little move down here. You know, there's a pretty clear trend going on there. It's played out. Okay, we can kind of see what's going on the S&P, but Nasdaq, I don't even know what to do over there. So we're just gonna chill on the S&P. It is looking less and less likely that we have a nice fluid move. Like even if we push to a new low here, it's likely going to be very choppy. I think the probability of a trend day is diminishing pretty fast. And there we go. We got one more push to a new low and bouncing up. Nice little bear trap there. There's no reason to short into the low of the day. Hopefully this can actually develop into a legitimate bounce. Not looking like it so far. Archer's playing a wider downtrend. Okay, let's see. I hope that's the case. I really do. I hope this is what ends up happening. That would be amazing. Yeah, I'm going to need to see another push to a new low before actually playing this wider downtrend. I still think it's more likely that this thing has already played out and we bounce back into the range. I hope I'm wrong. Nice little move up here. I'm going to be playing that so far. Oh, dang. I just realized there actually is a huge Apex sale right now. Someone was asking earlier. It's 60% off. Um, but all sizes are priced at 196 and then it's 60% off. That means you can get any size account for $84 right now. That's insane. Wow, so you could literally get a 300K account right now, pass it, get it funded for $84. That is crazy. Guys, don't sleep on that deal. Holy cow. I did not realize the 60% off was off of a base price for all accounts. All right, this little uptrend has a break. Might get one more push to a new high. But honestly, this is incredibly slow. Like I can't even remember the last day we got action this slow. Yeah, no activation fee, Josh. The activation fee is $6. So the account itself would be $78, and then the activation fee is $6. So 84 all in. So I would really recommend going for those bigger sizes. You might as well, right? If they're all priced the same, give yourself the bigger drawdown. And the more contract sizes, bigger potential for large profits. At least that's what I would do. I mean, obviously you can keep going for the 50Ks or whatever, but man, if you've ever traded those higher accounts, it really does make a difference. You have a lot more breathing room to let trades work out and not worry about blowing up. So it might be a good chance to try the larger accounts if you never have before. The sale is going until the 9th, December 9th. So we got less than a week. Uptrend played out, and then we're getting a bearish bar here. I'm kind of actually tempted to short this. However, sellers have really tried to push this thing down. Hasn't worked out to this point, so I don't know, man. I think you got to wait for something more clear here. We essentially have not gone anywhere. Slight drop off the open, and we're just flat line sideways. Picked up right where we left off yesterday. That's true, Archer. Yeah, yesterday afternoon was pretty brutal. It was a lot like this, just super slow. But man, oh man. Okay, well, I'm gonna go get some breakfast, guys. There's no sense in burning my eyes off this. Hopefully we do pick up. Usually there's always opportunities for a trade or two. You know, we got a decent one this morning already. And we'll wait for something to develop to get another. A little bit of action here. May start to get a drop. That's great. And could look at a wider trend potentially. Hopefully that's the case. But right now, protect your capital at all costs. So that's going to do it for me, guys. Again, check out that Apex sale. Any account you want, all in for $84. Even a 300K funded account for $84. Hope's a good one for you. Catch you next time.